because somebody that's at an advanced stage of their path becomes a sort of open channel, the fire of Kundalini, the Shakti is burning in them. They are not necessarily afraid of emotions, thoughts, sensations, karma. They can offer sometimes a healing for another person by just taking on their baggage, you could say, and processing it through their system on their behalf. So Ramana, he would sits in meditation, meditative states. People would come around him, and I guess some people would, experience some significant shifts on their path, some significant healings. Now, he was taking on some of their karma and processing it himself because he was so steeped in the Shakti field, in that fire of Shakti, that he could burn it up for them. Now, he wasn't advertising and saying, "Hey, I'm taking on your karma." It would just happen spontaneously, I imagine. And I don't think he said it out loud per se. But at some point, he became really sick. Of course, he was getting old, but became really sick. He had cancer, and his followers, the devotees, became really sad. They said, this guy's gonna die. He's gonna leave us. So they said, Ramana, why don't you give each of us a little bit of your pain, and we could take it on for you, and we can help you. We can try and heal you. And he said, where do you think I got all this pain from? Where do you think I got all this illness from? I got it from you. So that's one way of looking at it, to take it on and process it. Very advanced travelers of the path, the bodhisattvas, will be able to hold space, and not only hold space, but within that space, they can take on the pain of another, take on the karma of another, and process it. It's part of the path of service. Of course, the more advanced we get, we realize that who we are doesn't stop by the boundaries of this particular body. I'm you, you're me. If you've got pain, that means I've got pain. So we've got to continue the work. We got to keep healing and evolving and growing and keep processing and burning up the karma. And so that's why you may find that some of these great mystics, report incidents like this. That's why people go around them and they get healed. Where do you think the pain went? It went through their body and out. I don't necessarily do this. However, I've had some experiences. So Shiv was saying, do you have any experience with it? What would it look like? So at one point, I met with an uncle, and there was some family feud and whatnot. I can tell he was really guilty about it. I wasn't involved in it. It was more with the older generation and whatnot. But anyway, I met with him, and I quite literally felt like I took on this burden or whatever it was. I took it on in my body, and in an instant, it just kind of went in through my heart and just kind of shot up through the top of my head, almost like I mulched it, like a tree mulcher. Like the trunk of the tree went into my heart, and it was mulched out of my head. And I just felt like a sort of peace come over me. I felt like perhaps maybe that was similar to, taking on someone's karma. Of course, this is still my family, it's still my lineage, it still has to do with me. But that's one experience I'm thinking of, a time where I kind of did that. It may happen to all of us at some various points, but just know that it's the same way that we process any pain that arises in our system, whether it's ours, whether it's another's. It's the same thing. We just observe it, we don't judge it, we let it be there, and we trust that it's going to be released in time.